your lines going?
Oh, badly. Do you really think this attempt at educational theater is going to help us do better on our exams?
I doubt it. And to make matters worse, do you know who's leading the rehearsal tonight? The pro himself.
Oh, that's the last thing we need.
Yeah, with an ego the size of the O2 Arena and a talent as big as...
Oh, give him a chance.
When he first joined drama club, he was like, "Can I be your friend?" Backstabber.
Yeah, we used to be one big happy family. Now it's less ensemble and more star vehicle.
He's so stuck up, always making out I can't read.
He might have something there.
Listen, I might not be able to read Shakespeare, like I have an honorary degree from the Shakespeare Institute, but I can feel the power of the words.
Cal, let's be honest. I have spent hours going over your lines with you to get your part right. When it comes down to actually putting in the effort to learn your lines, it's all like, oh, you've got it so much easier than I do. I don't have a photographic memory like you do.
But it's true, and the pro doesn't give me a chance.
Whenever he suggests something, it's like you've got an enormous chip in your shoulder.
Chip on my shoulder? Is that what you call it? I remember a time you never sided with him against me. He lost Sycorax her job, and I haven't seen her since. Now you're letting him get away with murder without even standing up for me.
Okay, can't you see that you might have changed as well? He's only been more hostile to you since you've been more aggressive to him. Well, and started spending more time with me.
Oh my god, come on you two, we're supposed to be off script today. Our pro's gonna kick up a storm unless we're word perfect.
Word perfect. You're so stuck up, Al. We all know why you're so keen to get on. You're just in this play for the cast hours so you can graduate and get out of here. This play is your ticket to freedom.
Okay, time out. Time out. Let's just focus on the work. I'm really needing a recap of the play's main themes. I'm a bit lost, and we need all the rehearsal time we can get.
So know-it-all. What's the Tempest all about?
A bruised ego.
Whose?
Prospero's. Mr. Pro himself. All these grandiose pyrotechnics just to cover for a humiliated nobody.
Interesting, Al. But a psychological reading of events is in fact a reductive view of the play. It's about so much more than Prospero's psyche. This is Shakespeare's final work, his final statement on forgiveness. Late as it is in the bard's career, Shakespeare shows a willingness to experiment with dramatic form. Aristotle's unities of time, place, and action are carried out on stage to create a very real sense of urgency, of real time.
Sounds thrilling.
And, as if this weren't enough already, it's Shakespeare's last work. Can everybody please remind me what lateness equals?
Lateness equals greatness.
Thank you.
Lateness equals greatness. I should try that next time I'm late for class.
Okay, so what is so great about the play then? I heard it's the only story he actually made up himself.
All best artists, bar from the past.
But not for his final play. The story is pretty weird. I mean, I'm playing an asexual spirit who's been locked up in a tree. Cal, he's a fish/monster man who has the hots for Prospero's daughter. Well, that last bit's not too far from the truth, is it? But with all this rampant nonsense, what's the great takeaway? Pro?
That's what we're discovering through the rehearsal process. It's all about the process, not the end result. Now, are we ready to rehearse? Let's do our best to stick to the events of the play, shall we? Must I remind you that this has nothing to do with us. This reveals far more about the greatness of the Jacobean stage than our own insignificant lives. I decided last week. I'm not interested in multiple interpretations. Got it? Right.
The hours now come.
The hours now come.
The hours now come.
12 years since, Miranda, 12 years since.
12 years since, Miranda,
12 years since.
thy father and thy crying self.
The hours now come.
The
The hours now come.
Thy father and thy crying self.
Your father and yourself.
And this thing of darkness.
The hours now come. The hours now come.
False uncle?
And thy no greater father infect my very mouth.
False uncle.
And thy no greater father.
He who next thyself of all the world he loved.
Usurped me!
Usurped him.
Usurped him.
The hours now come. The hours now come. But this thing of darkness do I acknowledge.
And then I loved thee.
None that I love more than myself.
None that I love more than myself. The hours now come.
The hours now come.
12 years since, Miranda. 12 years since. 12 years since, Miranda. 12 years since. 12 years since. 12 years since, Miranda. 12 years since. 12 years since, Miranda. 12 years since, Miranda. 12 years since. 12 years since, Miranda. 12 years since.
Stay! Not yet. I will decide who tells the story and when. You betrayed me, my confidence, my brother.
You betrayed me, my civilized protector.
My father.
Slave master.
And when will I be free?
And
When will we be free?
The play opens with a tempest.
We split! We split!
Mercy on us!
Help! Help!
Well, my wife and children.
We split! We split!
You surpassed yourself there, Chuck. Did you see the looks on their faces?
Remember whom thou hadst aboard?
That is good. That is very, very good. We must start the play with this.
Are you sure you know what you're doing with this physical theater stuff? He's having trouble breathing.
Ah, such a child. Step away from the body, Miranda. There. Ah. Now then, hither to my cell. Respect the fourth wall.
Why are you laughing? I can't believe it. You're making a comedy out of some poor soul's tragedy.
No.
Let me tell you about the shipwreck. The shipwreck which opens the play isn't carrying the protagonists, but rather the antagonists of the play.
But how are the audience supposed to know that? The play opens with a storm. The audience has no idea whether the characters are good or bad yet. There's no backstory yet.
Silence! In the theater, we use the term exposition, not backstory. This isn't the movies, you know. Continue.
The ship, carrying Prospero's villainous brother Antonio, with his political ally Alonso, the King of Naples, with Alonso's son Prince Ferdinand. The storm whips up stage tension and introduces in one fell swoop the world of men and its court with its class-bound higher arches.
Yes. Thank you, Al. That's more than enough. It's hierarchies. As in the great chain of being. The way Elizabethan society was constructed at the time, it's very important for understanding the text. Define hierarchies.
A singular, a group of people at the top with subsequent levels of power beneath them.
Good. So God, king,
Courtier,
sailor, soldier,
servants,
Beast.
Women.
hey, reminds me of that rhyme. Tinker,
tailor,
Soldier.
sailor,
rich man,
Poor man.
beggarman,
Thief.
Prospero's dukedom is taken from him by his brother. And as such, the storm acts as a kind of punishment, of divine retribution, if you will.
Hang on. We're not even going to mention the chain of being having women at the bottom?
Not now. Read on.
Okay. The passengers on board also act as a microcosm of the state, from the king to the lowly boatswain. But the anarchy of the storm throws Corley hierarchy to the sharks. As the boatswain says, what care these roarers for the name of king? Textbook stuff. Man versus nature. Well, you all know who wins that battle.
Nature.
Man. Man.
But why are you laughing at that poor soul's tragedy?
Because he deserved it. Well, okay, if it makes you feel any better, it was just a joke. It wasn't even real.
What wasn't?
The storm, just a convenient stage device used by Shakespeare. Conjured by me, how about we stay in character here, Prospero, for effect on the audience.
But that was no illusion. I heard the thunder, saw the lightning strikes. I heard the last cries of men leaping overboard. Father, I suffered with those I saw suffer.
To suffer with those you see suffer?
No more, no more, no more. Peace.
But to suffer,
With those...
you see suffer?
To suffer with those I see suffer?
It's compassion. It's a new concept, Pete.
I can't hold this pose forever.
Oh, yes.
The storm is a sign that something's out of kilter in the moral universe. The gods are not pleased.
But Prospero conjured the storm. He just said he did. He produced the storm.
The storm also reflects Prospero's wrath, his troubled state of mind, an imbalance in his psyche, torn between the primitive urge for revenge on the one hand and the claims of a higher intellect on the other.
That word psyche again.
Yes, from the Greek meaning soul or mind, but also referring to breath or wind, when restless, resulting in storms.
Storms of the mind.
Okay, illusion or not, I suffered with those I saw suffer. And, Father, I must know more. No more bootless inquisitions. Your villainous brother, you said? I didn't even know you had a brother. Father, please. Please.
Well, yes, since. Miranda. Well, yes, since.
12 years since, Miranda. 12 years since.